Yo, yeah, listen up. Are you really ready? Because this isn't just another message. This is the urgent call you've been sleeping through. Nah, I'm serious. Every second you wait, Monday morning is creeping closer, and it doesn't forgive hesitation. Do you feel that tight pressure in your chest? That's life telling you, wake up now. Oh wow, I see you there. Eyes glued to the screen, heart racing. That's exactly why you're here, and I need you to stay with me till the very end. Because what I'm about to reveal isn't just words. It's a warning, a map, a weapon. Yeah, a weapon for the mind. Every second counts. Every thought you choose now will shape how Monday hits you, or if you hit back. So stay with me. Comment below. Share your fire. Tell me how loud your mind is screaming. I see every one of you. Every single warrior watching. Every sharp eye refusing to sleep. This tribute? It's for you. The ones who dare to think. Who dare to pause. Who dare to rise. You are the reason this message exists. You're the pulse, the spark, the energy that makes the chaos tremble. And trust me, you don't want to miss a second of this. Every line, every pause, every word is designed to hit your mind like a jolt. So watch closely, feel every beat, comment below when your mind snaps awake, because this warning must reach you as quickly as possible before Monday morning. The worst kind of storm is the one that looks calm. You've felt it, haven't you? That strange stillness crawling through the air before something breaks. The streets look ordinary. The screens look harmless. The faces around you pretend they know what they're doing. But deep down, beneath that mask of routine, something is coming. You can sense it. A warning you can't quite name, yet can't ignore either. And it's not about them, it's about you. Because come Monday morning, the world will test you again. Not with noise, but with pressure, with repetition, with the quiet suffocation of sameness. Oh wow, they think you'll just walk back into the cycle, smiling like a trained puppet, performing the same tired act. But you've started to see the cracks in the show, haven't you? You've noticed that every normal day is built like a trap, timed, controlled, polished to keep you dull. They call it order, but it's obedience disguised as comfort. They call it peace, but it's paralysis with a pleasant face. Yeah, they want you calm, predictable, easy to measure, but not awake, never awake. Because the moment you wake up, you start asking questions. And the moment you ask questions, the whole system trembles. Monday morning, that's their favorite weapon. A reset button that erases your thoughts and rewinds your courage. You feel it every week, don't you? That invisible hand dragging your will back into its cage. The same desk, the same path, the same script. Like someone's writing your lines before you even speak. Oh, you laugh it off, saying that's just life. But deep down, you know it's more than that. It's a test, a psychological chokehold to see how long you'll obey. Every alarm clock is a summons, every mirror a reminder that they still own your hours. And every Monday, you promise yourself, this week I'll break it. But you don't. Not because you're weak, no. Because you're surrounded by a world built to make rebellion feel impossible. They trained you to flinch at your own strength, to think the cage is safe, to think silence is peace. Oh yeah, they've studied you. They know your patterns, your hesitations, your little comforts. They've built a world that looks perfect enough to keep you quiet, yet empty enough to keep you searching. That's their trick. Keep you busy enough to forget your chains, keep you entertained enough to forget your hunger. But something's shifting, isn't it? That numbness you once called routine has started to itch. You feel it when the lights flicker in your mind, when the day feels hollow, even though it's full of noise. You've started to wonder what would happen if you didn't obey the schedule. If you looked Monday in the eye and said, "Not this time." Nah, you can't run forever. The world won't stop spinning for you. But you can learn to spin it your way. You can rewrite the rhythm. You can remind yourself that obedience isn't peace, it's decay. You weren't made to dissolve quietly into repetition. You were made to cut through it. They've been waiting for you to forget that. That's why this warning matters. Because by the time Monday comes, they'll be watching to see if you wake up again or go back to sleep, watching to see if your eyes burn with awareness or flicker out with compliance. And that's why this message must reach you as quickly as possible, before the silence swallows you whole. Because Monday isn't just another day, it's the test. They don't announce the test. They just watch who starts to wake up. You thought the test would come on Monday morning. You thought you had time. But the truth is, it's already started. The moment you began to question the pattern, that's when the test began. They noticed it. The small pauses in your routine. The way your eyes stopped following the screen like everyone else's. You looked up, even for a second, and that was enough to make them nervous. Because awareness is louder than noise. And right now, your silence is screaming. That's the real test. Not in how loud you fight, but in how quietly you resist. They don't need to chain your hands anymore. They've chained your focus instead. Every scroll, every false urgency, every illusion of importance. It's all designed to scatter you, to make your mind somewhere else, while your life moves on autopilot. Oh wow. Imagine realizing you've been living in a story someone else wrote for you. Every scene was planned, every reaction predicted, and you never even got to read the script. You can almost hear them whisper, "Don't think too much. Just move." And that's exactly why they fear the ones who pause. Because the pause is dangerous. It means you've started to think. It means you've seen the strings. And once you see the strings, you can't unsee them. Yeah, that's what terrifies them. Not rebellion. Awareness. Rebellion can be crushed. Awareness, that spreads. The test isn't about passing or failing. It's about proving who owns your attention. They'll try to break it with distractions so subtle you don't even recognize them. Flashy dreams, empty achievements, approval wrapped in digital applause. They'll throw it all at you, smiling the whole time, pretending it's for your happiness. But deep down, they're just measuring how easily you can be controlled. You feel that tug of war inside, don't you? Between who you're supposed to be and who you actually are. Every notification pulls you one way. Every quiet thought pulls you another. It's exhausting. You try to balance both worlds and still feel like you're losing in both. Nah, that's not weakness. That's the sign you're in the middle of awakening. You're standing in the crack between two realities, the one they built and the one that's truly yours. But awakening isn't comfortable. It burns. It isolates. You'll notice the distance growing between you and everyone still asleep. They'll call you strange, dramatic, paranoid even. Let them. Because every person who ever broke free was once called crazy. That's the price of clarity. You start to see that peace without truth is just sedation. And you refuse to sleep again. Oh yeah. They can sense that too. That's why everything starts to go wrong when you begin to change. The noise gets louder. The doubts multiply. The system sends every weapon it has. Fear, confusion, comfort, anything to make you stop right here. But you can't stop now. You've already seen too much. They're watching to see if you'll close your eyes again, if you'll retreat back into the comfort of blindness. But something inside you knows it's too late. The test has already begun, and you're no longer the same participant. Once you start seeing the wires, you can't help but pull one. That's when everything shifts. You were meant to stay silent, to simply notice. But the moment you act, the moment you push back, the experiment starts to collapse. You begin to bend what was never meant to move. The people around you don't see it yet, but the entire structure feels your movement. It trembles. Oh wow, they didn't plan for that, did they? You were supposed to stay predictable. Now you're rewriting the outcome they spent years designing. Every action you take with awareness disrupts their control. Every choice that isn't automatic makes their system glitch. They built this maze assuming you'd chase their rewards. But you stopped running. You started walking. Slow, deliberate, dangerous. That's when they realized you weren't their subject anymore. You became the variable they can't contain. You see, awareness isn't passive. It changes everything it touches. You've stopped feeding the illusions that fed on you. You no longer crave their approval, their validation, their false definitions of success. Yeah, that's where the power begins. Not in rebellion for show, but in the quiet refusal to obey nonsense. You no longer play their game, and that's exactly what scares them. Because power loses its meaning when the controls stop caring about control. But interfering with the experiment has consequences. The moment you start changing the pattern, they'll tighten their grip. They'll throw noise your way. Doubt, distractions, fabricated urgencies to make you believe you're falling behind. They'll say, "You're missing out," hoping you'll rush back into the current. Oh nah, don't you see? That current is the cage. The speed is the trap. You were never behind, you were freeing yourself. And yet, freedom doesn't feel like victory at first. It feels lonely. It feels like walking through fog, hearing the whispers of a crowd that doesn't understand you anymore. But that's the sign you're on the right path. Growth isn't loud. It's quiet and terrifying. It strips you down until you see what truly matters. The experiment wanted to measure your reactions. Instead, you're learning to choose them. That's the turning point. You stop living by their timing and start living by your truth. Oh yeah, they sense it too. You've shifted the balance. You've disturbed the rhythm they depended on. And once one person moves differently, others start noticing. That's how it spreads, not by force but by example. Your clarity becomes contagious, and when enough observers interfere, the experiment ends. Every system fights hardest right before it breaks. You can feel it now, can't you? The pressure tightening around you. The storm isn't coming, it's here. The moment you stopped playing by their rules, the air changed. People who once smiled at you now stare like you've betrayed something sacred. The routines you used to glide through now feel heavier, slower, like invisible hands are dragging at your ankles. Oh wow, you thought awareness would make things easier? No, it makes things clearer. And clarity isn't kind, it's surgical. It cuts through the comfort you built your illusions on. The storm doesn't start outside, it starts within. Doubt, confusion, and fatigue, they all rise like waves testing your resolve. You'll question if you were right to resist. You'll wonder if peace was ever real or just another distraction. That's the design. They want you to be uncertain, because uncertainty makes people crawl back to comfort. Yeah, they're counting on that moment when your own thoughts start whispering, maybe I should just go back. But you can't. You've crossed a line no one told you existed. Once your mind stretches beyond their limits, it never shrinks back. The storm is their final move, a desperate attempt to drown your progress in noise. Every weak spot in your spirit, every fear you never faced, they'll all rise now, not to destroy you, but to reveal what still controls you. That's the truth they don't want you to know. Storms are not sent to bury you, they're sent to expose what's still fragile. Oh yeah, this is where they try their old tricks. They'll tempt you with comfort disguised as reward, maybe a new title, a bit of praise, a distraction that looks like purpose. Anything to make you feel like you've won, so you stop growing. That's how they reset the system, through false victories. But not this time. You're learning to recognize the difference between progress and permission. You don't need their stamp to move forward anymore. The world starts to blur when you walk against its rhythm. Friends become echoes, laughter feels distant, and time slows down. It's like walking through rain that only falls on you, but you keep walking. Every drop reminds you that the storm fears your endurance. Oh nah. Don't mistake this pain for punishment. It's purification. It's the weight that leaves once you stop depending on approval to breathe. The storm tries to shake you, but it's really revealing how solid you've become. Soon, you'll notice something strange. The more chaos rises around you, the calmer you become inside. That's when you know the balance has shifted. They can't touch someone who no longer reacts the way they expect. You've turned their weapon into your training. Every trial strengthens the foundation they tried to crack. And then it hits you. The truth they never wanted you to realize. The storm wasn't sent to destroy you. It was sent to confirm that you've outgrown their control. The harder they push, the more you rise. The more they twist, the straighter you stand. Oh yeah, that's what real transformation feels like. It's not soft. It's not silent. It's earned through the friction of resistance. The system is scary now, because when you survive their storm, they have nothing left to use against you. They'll try one last trick, a quiet one, a whisper disguised as peace. It says, "You've done enough. Rest." The last lie is always the gentlest. That's how it begins. The softest deception. Not a threat, not a scream, but a whisper. It tells you to stop, to rest, to settle, because you've already done enough. Oh wow, how convincing it sounds. It wraps itself in calm, pretending to be kind. But look closer. There's poison under that softness. That whisper isn't peace. It's surrender-wearing perfume. It's the system's final trick to make you put down your sword right before the door opens. You've faced storms, pressure, and silence. You've endured confusion that tore your mind apart and rebuilt it stronger. But now comes the most dangerous moment, the one right before breakthrough. The system knows it can't break you with fear anymore, so it tries something subtler. It offers comfort. It tells you to relax, to step back into safety, because if it can't defeat you, it will try to neutralize you. Yeah, that's the new battlefield, complacency. It's how warriors are turned back into workers, how thinkers become quiet again. That's how they reset everything. They make peace look so tempting that you stop questioning what kind of peace it really is. Oh nah, peace without growth isn't peace, it's paralysis. It's the slow death of potential. And you didn't come this far just to stop one step before the summit. You didn't bleed through confusion, loss, and loneliness just to become comfortable. The whisper is testing your purpose now. Will you stay alert or fall asleep standing up? The moment you recognize it, everything changes. The whisper loses power when you name it. You realize it's not your voice, it's theirs. It's the same voice that wanted you quiet, predictable, manageable. But you've seen through too many masks to be fooled again. You know that comfort offered by those who fear your awareness is just another chain disguised as care. Oh yeah, you're sharper now. You see how every illusion ends with the same demand. Stop thinking, stop growing. But you won't. Because you've learned that growth isn't a phase, it's a discipline. It's not about fighting forever, but about staying awake forever. You don't need chaos to stay strong, you need awareness. The world will always try to dull that edge, to make you blend back in. But blending in is how brilliance disappears. It's how light becomes shadow. And you're done dimming yourself for anyone's comfort. So you move forward, not loud, not reckless, but steady. Every step is a refusal to sleep again. Every breath is a declaration. You've seen the pattern and you won't repeat it. The system may whisper, but you no longer listen. You walk past its noise with clarity burning behind your eyes. Oh yeah, that's what victory looks like. Not applause, not comfort, but quiet certainty, the kind that no one can take away. Monday morning will still come. The clocks will still tick. The world will still spin. But you'll move differently now. You'll move with intention, with precision, with sight, because the test wasn't about surviving their world. It was about remembering who you are when the world forgets to think. And that's why this warning had to reach you. Not later, not tomorrow, before Monday morning. And there it is. Yeah, the warning has reached you before Monday morning strikes. You've seen it, felt it. Now it's time to act. Don't let the noise pull you back. Don't let the calm fool you. Oh wow. Remember this. Every second, every choice, every thought matters. The system watches, but you're awake now, and that makes you unstoppable. You're the observer, the one who interferes, the one who rises. Comment below. Scream your truth. Share how loud your mind is shaking. Tell the world that you refuse to obey their script, because every one of you is watching. Yes, you is part of this rebellion. You're the spark that cannot be tamed. Nah, don't stop here. Keep the fire burning. Use this warning. Let it fuel your rise. Every Monday, every challenge, every shadow, because the world won't wait for you, but you can move faster than its chaos. And always remember, this message was for you. The ones who see through the lies, the ones who refuse comfort over growth, the ones who wake up when the world sleeps. You are the legend in the making, and Monday will never control you again.